Estamos de regreso y ahora hacemos otro viajecito virtual. Esta vez nos vamos hasta Los Ángeles porque esta semana se estrenó la película de terror con extraterrestres Nope. Es un largometraje que ya tiene muy buenas críticas en diferentes partes del mundo. Está dirigida por Jordan Peele, que ya nos trajo éxitos como Huye, como Nosotros, y esta película ya es un éxito. Tenemos una parte de dos charlas interesantes. Primero es con el actor Perea. Él hace el personaje de Ángel Torres, es latino, es un personaje muy interesante y nos cuenta justamente más sobre su personaje y también lo que fue para él estar en esta mega producción. Y la otra charla es con el conocido actor Yeun. Él interpreta el personaje de Ricky Jupp Park también en la película y nos cuenta un poquito más al respecto de su experiencia en Nope.
Excited is an understatement. It was just so emotional, you know. It was just nearly a lifetime of work to get to a point like this, and I just never imagined it being on this scale with Jordan Peele, and just being in a Jordan Peele movie is insane. And I just remember when I got the job, it was just so emotional, and there was a point where I was like, I need to film it, and I need to do this opportunity, and I better deliver. So there was definitely those sweaty moments of like, oh, he's putting a lot of trust in me right now to be one of the leads with all these people. Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Steven Yeun, and Michael Wincott, and he's making me, all right, let's do it. I'm here, I'm ready. Angel is a person that works at Fry's Electronics, who's going through a breakup and is a little depressed and is kind of lost and looking for purpose, and comes across two characters, and they kind of present an opportunity that he would love to be a part of, so he does anything he can to be a part of it. Angel's just knowledgeable in a lot of random things. He's kind of that type of dude where he's knowledgeable in metal music, video games, films, and aliens, and he's just that dude that's chilling back, listening to podcasts, smoking a little bit, having a good time, and just trying to learn. He's just wired like that. I'm a little tech savvy, not as much as Angel for sure. My older brother is definitely the tech savvy one, and my little brother too. They both build computers for fun, and I don't know how it can be fun to do that. I just want the computer built and in a box that I can just open and press start and it works. It was incredible to just be sitting across from people I look up to. You know, those are artists that I've been watching their work since I was a kid. I was watching Keke growing up while watching the kid shows that Keke was doing, and then I grew up watching the show Skins with Daniel, and he was a writer on that as a teenager. And now seeing where they've gone in their careers, where Keke's winning Emmys, Daniel's winning Oscars, it's just insane that they're just on this trajectory right now, and to be a part of something that they're in at this stage of their career is incredible. I've learned so much from them, and they inspire me all the time, and I'm just learning every day, truly. Jordan is just so collaborative, and you just wouldn't expect that from someone who's so detailed. All his films are very detailed, so you'd expect the director to kind of be like, I need this and I need that. Jordan's more, how do you feel? And that's what I absorbed from him. He just kept asking how I feel, what I think, and he was just so generous in that way of being so collaborative and making sure that we as the actors felt comfortable as well. And he really kept us as collaborators, not just, he's a navigator. He guides us to where we need to go, and if we're confused, he'll help us get there. And he's just really, really great at collaborating. That's what I learned for sure. I think Jordan's great at kind of crafting stories that have a lot of messages and metaphors, but he brings it to a grounded place where you forget that you're watching a movie. You know, he grabs the performers that can really bring it to a human level. And I think that's one of Jordan's specialties, is that's what really makes people attached to his films, and they really absorb the messages, because it can be a UFO story, but there's so much human story in this as well. There's people that are going through trauma, and you kind of go through the journey of how they're experiencing and how they're kind of just reacting to their trauma with this big spectacle. And he's just dropping, and this film is less direct on the nose of what he's trying to get you to do. Like Get Out's very direct of the message, and then Us is direct with the message, but it takes a little route to get to that direct message. In this, I feel like there's a million messages, and I think he probably did that purposely so people can walk away from it with many messages and can go back to the theater to watch it as well. You know, I feel like this is a film, and most of his films are all just, you have to go watch it again. You're gonna find new things within it. He's that detailed. Yeah, we have Hoyte Van Entem on the lens. Like, that's insane what he's able to do. That's a master of his craft. And you give him a ranch with that type of view, that stunning view. It's incredible. And Jordan has gotten himself to this point in his career where he can get that. You know, he wrote the script based off the location. Like, he went to the location, absorbed it, and started writing about it. And that's an incredible feat, and I learned a lot from that. But yeah, he's so generous to the actors where he really gives you the space to bring it down to a real level where he doesn't give you much imagination. He doesn't force you to imagine a lot of things. He gives you a lot of things so you can just play naturally and brings it to that grounded level. And yeah, he's just very generous in that way. He'll get you what you need, and I'm so thankful for that.
I got a call from Jordan Peele asking me to play this character Jupe. And, you know, for me, getting to work with Jordan is, you know, great. I jumped at the opportunity. I think for me, I really appreciated that he opened the door for collaboration with this particular character. So, you know, it was such a fun ride because we got to really excavate this character. So, yeah, working with Jordan, that was kind of the draw for me. He's a very isolated man, I think. I think he's caught in maybe a prison of his own construction. Maybe he's someone that's caught in a prison of other people's construction upon him too. I think for me, Jupe represents a side of all of us, that maybe wants to be seen in our entirety, but can only be seen in very specific ways. And sometimes it's more comfortable to acquiesce to what everybody else expects of you than to fight the resistance of trying to be yourself. And isn't that all of us? I think maybe he seeks liberation there. I think maybe he seeks a new spectacle that he can be a part of. Perhaps he sees, in very literal terms, just money. But perhaps, you know, one side of him also sees destiny. Sees that, you know, who he is, his being, his I is perhaps eternal, and maybe he's looking for that too. I think when you're validated that your existence is worthy or meaningful or something, maybe that can be your own prison as well. All that, the ecosystem, the way in which the things work, the jupe jangles, like the way in which people spend the money and what they get for it, all thought out. And then even greater, I think, going into his office to see all the memorabilia of a movie that doesn't actually exist, and the depths in which they made that special. It was really great. It was scary at times because I think, again, like in that collaboration, we were also heading into the unknown together. And so there were moments where, you know, him and I, in talking about things, were not unsure, but still trying to define a feeling together. And, you know, we continue to talk about it, and we've landed on some interesting kind of like, you know, shared experiences and perspectives that I think we really wanted to embed into Jupe. So, yeah, working with Jordan, total dream.
Hablando del cine, anda a ver Nope a Cinefuente. Estamos celebrando 5 años de Cinefuente. 5 años de risas, de romance, de drama, de aventura, miedo. 5 años viviendo los mejores estrenos con vos y tu familia. Por eso, justamente, te queremos premiar. Quédate atento a nuestras redes sociales, @Cinefuente, para estar al día con todo y poder participar de los sorteos y también enterarte de toda la cartelera. Nos vamos al corte con una parte del tráiler de la película Pedro Undercover, porque la semana que viene ahí ya va a estar en las salas de cine de nuestro país de la mano de Filmática.
La situación está jodida. Todas las armas están apuntando al restaurante.
Florentín, es el llamado.
Algo negro me copia, algo negro. pregunto quién sos.
No hace falta que sepa quién soy. Porque yo cuando...
Ya te armar show ya otra vez.
Hubo una balacera entre unos delincuentes y la senada. ¿Sabes que de todos los tipos que vienen acá, esta clase es lo peor que hay?
¿Por qué ustedes están en la pieza ahí solitos? ¿Qué tal?
Sí. Tengo que ir a visitarle a mi familia al Chaco.
Esto no es una casa. Esto es una basílica.
Así que Ángela Narváez, la hija de Juan el carnicero Narváez.
Bienvenidos.
Ah, él es mi novio. Se llama Pedro.
No, novio. Vladimir.
¿Qué están haciendo acá?
Juan Narváez no se le puede tocar un pelo.
Pero ¿y este churrazo?
Pero por culpa de tu papá yo me comí 5 años preso.
¿Vos sabés lo que significa esto, verdad?
Pedro está metido en el medio de todo eso, jefe.
No te conviene verle enojado a mi papá.
Bueno, ¿y nuestro equipo está listo?
Sí, ahí está.
Creo que tiene centro y cabecera también, jefe.
Hola, Pedro. Vos sos el halcón negro. Vamos, Pedro. Vuela, Pedro. Vuela.